Westmoreland, the PNP's Dwayne Vaz and his driver, who've been hit with assault charges following an altercation at Newmarket Oval in the parish on Sunday. The driver, 48-year-old Michael Merritt, police reports are that on Sunday evening, an altercation developed at a football match at the Newmarket Oval in Sav. Nationwide sources say a 52-year-old man reportedly shouted, "One George Wright badness," during the match. Thereafter, he was allegedly set upon by persons who were identified as Dwayne Vaz and Michael Merritt. The gentleman sustained multiple injuries, but in a statement on Wednesday, Dwayne Vaz affirmed that both he and his driver were charged with assault occasioning actual bodily harm, but he strenuously denies assaulting anyone. Dwayne Vaz is the Shadow Minister of Roads and Works, and of course, he's MP for Central Westmoreland. Given his troubles, should he remain in his position as a member of the Shadow Cabinet, and should he continue to be forward-facing in his duties as a public official in light of these charges against him, or this charge against him? We turn to political commentator Dr. Nadine Spence for some perspective. Good morning, Dr. Spence.
Good morning, George. How are you doing?
I am very, very good. What's your position on this matter?
Well, if my memory serves me right, George, this is not the only incident that Mr. Vaz is in the public domain about, right?
Yes.
So he seemed to be de-escalating really fast. There's something happening with him because he's currently not handling his public image well. He seemed to have lost control. And even before that, I think there were, I don't know if you brought it to mainstream media, but certainly there were some serious allegations being circulated in social media about him during the hurricane, and people going down to
and that alleged altercation with some people. Yes.
So it just seems to me that there are so many, and then this matter with him and the councillor as well. That there are so many things about him circulating in the country that I would think that one of the things the PNP needs to do is to perhaps pull him from public engagement and get some help for him, because he doesn't seem to be handling the pressure of public office very well.
Mm-hmm. And you say that the party leadership. So I was my follow-up question was gonna be, if it is that you agree that Dwayne Vaz appears to be unraveling in the public domain in his return as a legislator, who in the party, a party elder, the party organ, meaning the secretariat, straight from the party leadership, who is it that should do this perspective reset for Dwayne Vaz, you believe?
Well, I think at this point it shouldn't require a perspective. A party that is concerned about its image, especially the PNP, and this is also the party of George Wright. And I am not one to support any person who has certain allegations before them, right? But if you are a party that stood on principle on certain matters that you felt George Wright should have stepped aside and he should not have been re-elected, you can't replace him with somebody who seems to be suffering from the same malady. That's true. So to me, your party runs the risk of being seen as not standing on any sincere principle if you continue to hold somebody like Mr. Vaz with the allegations, whether or not they're proven.
Yeah.
Because the same thing had happened with George Wright. Some of the allegations against him were not proven.
But some people would say to you, Dr. Spence, that George Wright was never charged. Dwayne Vaz is facing a criminal charge.
Exactly. I think the party has to think about what it is saying to the public about what its values are, what it's sincere about, what it's just politically, what it's posturing on for political convenience. And in this case, I think by having Mr. Vaz in the public engaging as he's engaging now, certainly as a shadow minister, they are essentially, I think, making it known that they're not sincere on certain matters, that they're past positions on certain issues are not to be taken seriously. It was just a political convenience. I think if they're serious, though, there is one action that they have to take. they have to withdraw him from the public and fix him up, get him counseling, get him help, help him to more successfully navigate the realities that he has to be, a leader. He has to distinguish himself as a man who is serious about leading the leadership and leading the people in his constituency.
And what of Mr. Vaz himself, Dr. Spence? Because, since his return, and it's not been long since he returned, September 3, 2025, trouble just seems to be following him. Whether he says he's innocent and you're innocent until proven guilty, but there have been so many incidents, skirmishes, reports of skirmishes. Then this messy affair with Julian Chang in the parish council. Then this issue now with this gentleman. Mr. Vaz is an adult. There must be something that he could do for himself, given that trouble lurks beside him like a second or a third shadow.
What I'm amazed at, George, is that the party hasn't pulled him aside and gotten some control over his actions, because some of these things were out there before elections. The challenges with him and Mrs. Chang, people were talking about that. It might not have been on your airwaves or in mainstream media, but certainly it was being circulated that he had blocked her, and I think she said it on social media. So clearly those things are out there. My question is, I don't know that he has the capacity anymore to monitor his actions. He seems to have lost self-control. I don't know him. I'm just looking at what is out there and making my judgment.
Yes.
So I would imagine that it's far beyond him now. He seems to not be able to control himself.
Yeah. So since he can't act for himself, the party should act.
Yes, he clearly cannot act for himself. If I am out there and things are happening one after the other, and I seem not to be able to put a handle on it, I'm going to step aside and give myself the chance give myself the chance to be able to come back with dignity. How he's handling himself now clearly indicates that he can't do it on his own.
Hear you this morning, Dr. Spence, right on the ball at 8 o'clock. Thank you for your time. All the best to you. We'll talk again.
Take care, George.
Good. And a senior member of the PNP just messaged me to say he's not a member of the shadow cabinet. He's deputy to Richie Azan. So he's the deputy spokesman, deputy member of, he's a member of the second tier of the shadow cabinet, more accurately. All right? Front Page was brought to you today by ABC Electrical Sales. For a better choice in the electrical business.